Good morning, guys. So today we are in South Africa's top selling bakkie. Every South African, or let me say almost every South African, wants to be in this bakkie. It's the Toyota Hilux. This specific one is the 2.4 GD-6. It's got 110 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters, which is quite a lot. There's also the 2.8, but this one is the 2.4. It's a brand new car, still smells new. It's got about 4,600 kilometers on it. We got it from Sinomta Car Hire, which is based in Queenstown. They also have a branch in East London, I think also in Joburg, if I'm not mistaken. That is Sinomta Car Hire, also known as Letu Car Hire. They've got a variety of cars to rent out. Anyways, back to this specific car. If I have to compare it, in fact, that's what I'm gonna compare it to, because that's the rival, the Ford Ranger, and the exact rival for it is the Ford Ranger that I'm currently driving, or that I actually own. It's the 2.2. And if I had to compare ride quality, compared with the Ranger, I would say the Ranger is quite comfortable. It's more comfortable than this bakkie. I don't know, maybe the wheels have got too much pressure in them. They need to be reduced, but it does feel a bit too bumpy for my liking. Other than that, power delivery is not as, how can I put it, it's got a bit of a lag. Yeah, there's a lot of turbo lag. I'll just check now, when does the turbo kick in, because on the Ford Ranger at around 1,500 RPM turbo kicks in. This feels like more 2,000 RPM where it kicks in. Yeah, it's a good bakkie. I get why everyone loves it, because of the quality around the vehicle, and it's quite spacious. But yeah, I think because it's quite new, the seats are still a bit hard, so maybe after a couple of thousand kilometers it will feel more comfortable. And yeah, that's about it in terms of ride suspension. But again, there's a reason why the ride is quite so hard, so that when you load it up, because of the leaf springs, it gets a bit better when it's loaded, just like any other bakkie, except I guess for the I just think the Nissan Navara, which has coil springs at the back. But still, a lot of people said it feels uncomfortable and it cannot load as much as our normal bakkies with leaf springs at the back. So yeah, steering wise, the feeling around it, for me, again, I'm gonna compare it to the Ford Ranger. It's a little bit too stiff. It's on the stiff side. You know, when I'm driving the Ford Ranger, it feels like I'm driving a hatchback or a sedan. It's quite soft. Everything is soft inside that car, and the handling on gravel is superb. But yeah, I guess I'll be doing a lot of comparison between the two, because they are direct rivals in any case. Let's try giving it a push. Yeah, you do get a bit of go after 2,000 RPM. It does push. It also tows about 3.5 tons, just like any other bakkie out there. But that's braked with a braked trailer. I wish it's also a 6-speed gear. I guess maybe since it's really new, everything just feels solid, you know, you get that solid feeling. It's not as soft, but the steering wheel, yeah, as I said, yeah, I remember I test drove the Isuzu last year sometime. It feels like it. The how can I put it? It's not as soft as I would want it to be, but yeah, it does the job. It's not vague. It's quite precise. So this is the interior. As I said, it's got about 4,600 kilometers. It got it, I think, about a month ago. It doesn't do much driving. I think that's because the guy just has got a lot of cars in his fleet. This is the infotainment system. I haven't even gone through it. Let's just check what it actually has. I saw that it's got a reverse camera. There it is. It's not so clear, but it's not bad either. It does the job. By looks of things, it does not have a navigation system. Let's check on the home button. Yeah, I think this is the home button. Yep. Fuel consumption, I saw it sitting at 7.3. It says that we've got about 623 kilometers to go. I don't really think it's on 7.3 because that range is too low compared to what I'm seeing on the gauge cluster over there. As you can see, it says you've got about 7.3 liters per 100 k's. That's a fuel consumption we're running on. It's on eco. Yeah, maybe it let's look at the history though. I think maybe that was on startup this morning, and he's been averaging about 7.3, but you should really be having more than 623 k's. Looking at the gauge cluster, I think it should be sitting at around 800 perhaps, not 600. But yeah, I think in order to get something more precise, we'd have to get like a long-term review on it, whereby I drive it for like a week or so. Anyways, besides that, because the infotainment system doesn't have much, yeah, regular stuff. You got your audio, stations, whatnot. Looks like it also doesn't have a CD player. Anyways, no one buys CDs anymore. You can connect your phone, okay, via Bluetooth. What else is there? Just look, menu, info, what's under info. Again, it's your average speed, fuel consumption, range. Yeah, that's just general information that you might need. And below over here, you've got a USB port. Looks like there's only one USB port, an auxiliary port over there, and then below that there's the diff lock and traction control and 112 volt socket over there. And over here, in order basically to get some throttle control, you've got eco and power. I think that's just based on better fuel consumption. And yeah, what else? You've got an armrest over there, only one cup holder, and you've got a space for your cell phone down there. Okay, there's no rubber. And then there's only one window which goes on auto, on and off, whereby you just press it at one click of a button and then it goes down or up. All the others you have to hold down or up. And then there's a leather cushion over there to rest your arm, but the armrest does not have it's not covered in leather, it's just plastic. And that's the rear. It's quite spacious. Even bought his son a bicycle over there. It does not have leather, it's just this vinyl stuff. And yeah, it also has nice grab handles over here for when you are getting into the vehicle, because these vehicles they're quite high up the ground, so you do need something to support you when you're getting into the vehicle, of which is my Ford Ranger does not have that. So yeah, that's something else. What else? Let's see. Okay, it's got two glove boxes. Okay, one below, one up there, and yeah, that's about it when it comes to the interior. Also has sunglass holder, and yeah, there's absolutely nothing else. Okay, it does not have a vanity mirror on the passenger side. Yeah, I think that's about it when you're looking at the interior of the car. So guys, here's the exterior. As we said, we got this vehicle from Letu Car Hire. Okay, there are details if you need to hire a vehicle, whether in Queenstown, East London, or Joburg. Okay, they've got those three branches. So looking at the exterior, okay, here's the front of the vehicle. As I said, this we just bought it about 2-3 weeks ago or so, about a month ago. So it's the 2022. I think it was rolled out last year, 2021, but he just recently got this. What else? I think he actually has some extras in terms of the running boards. I think these were extras, if I'm not mistaken. And nice wheels. These should be 17s. Yeah, they are 265, 65, 17s. They really do look nice, eh? They look very nice. They just suit the vehicle. I think it's gunmetal grey or something like that. And then here is the rear side of the vehicle. It's got park distance control and a reverse camera as well. The only thing it's missing is a tow bar, which does not come standard. I think it's only Ford which comes standard with a tow bar. Isuzu and Toyota, you have to basically buy one, or it's not an extra. Yeah, and I think this is about it when it comes to the exterior of the vehicle. This specific let me say the 2.4 GD-6 has been in production since around 2016. So one last thing I forgot to mention, it's got your fog lights, and it doesn't have daytime running lights, but in any case I just think those daytime running lights is just a gimmick. You have to change globes every now and again, whereby you can just switch it off. If only there was an option like that. Unfortunately, there's no option like that on the Ford Ranger. You just have to live with it. So yeah, this vehicle, it's quite nice. I won't lie, it's quite nice. It's a nice vehicle, and it's quite durable. I've seen a couple of people using it out there, and yeah, it's a 4.2. It's a what's this thing? A 4x2. I think I would get the 4x4 because sometimes I just need to drive off-road, and the 4x2 doesn't do it well for me. So as I said earlier on, this vehicle has been averaging about 7.3. That's what the gauge cluster is telling us, but I think it's in fact doing a bit more because it's sitting almost at full tank when you're looking at the fuel gauge, but it's telling us it's got about 600 and let me check again the general information. Those are settings, no info. It says got about 620 kilometers, so I should think you'd be able to get about 700-800 kilometers on a full tank if you drive it, you know, properly. You don't have a heavy right foot, so it's not really efficient. Again, as I said, I'm comparing it with Ford Ranger, the 2.2, which gives me anywhere between 900 and 1000 k's, because both of these vehicles have got an 80-liter fuel tank. Yeah, so it's okay in terms of fuel, I should think, but again, I think we would have to review it over a longer period of time in order to get something more precise. I also forgot to mention it also has cruise control. The Ford Ranger does not have that on the 2.2 XL, but this is more spec'd because I think this is the Radar, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, when it comes to pricing, it becomes more expensive. I think I've seen a couple that were at least 600,000 going up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think they were around 600,000. That's what you'd be looking at. So for a new one, expect to pay that much money for a 2.4. Look, personally, I wouldn't buy a brand new one. The reason for that is, look, Hilux is known to be durable, so I'll look for one maybe with like 100,000 kilometers on it. Look, in terms of pricing, they don't depreciate quickly, so even at 100,000 kilometers, you'd still be paying, I saw one around 400,000, and that's roughly the amount I had paid for a brand new Ford Ranger in 2019. So if you really set on getting a Toyota Hilux, I would rather get a pre-owned one from a proper dealer. Go to Automark or one of these dealers. Don't go to any shady dealers. And yeah, I think I wouldn't say they're value for money, but they're quite durable, as I said. Reliable. It's a reliable vehicle. There's a reason everyone wants to buy one, you know. It's got a proven track record of holding its value as well. So you're definitely sure when you're buying this vehicle, even after 10 years, you get your money back, you know. The depreciation wouldn't be as bad versus I think the Ford Ranger is picking up a bit now in terms of the second-hand value, because before that it wasn't as good. It was really on the bad side. You'd lose a lot of money, but now it's picking up since I think it has become more popular with the T6, the one that has been in production since 2012. So this particular one has been in production since 2016, the Toyota Hilux, the GD-6, and the the Ford Ranger is coming up with a new vehicle, I think mid this year or third quarter, but it has already been launched, just that it hasn't been seen in dealers yet. And another vehicle on the double cabs or bakkies that has recently launched, it's the D-Max, the Isuzu D-Max, no longer the KB. It's got the 1.9 liter diesel and the 3 liter diesel. So with the Toyota Hilux, back to it, you find it with the 2.4 and the 2.8 GD-6. Okay, both of them have got what's this thing? 6 gears, and there's the base model which only has 5 gears. But I think even with the base model, it has about 110 kilowatts as well and 400 Newton meters, but I stand to be corrected with the base model because I've tried searching around for the specs. That's what it gave me, but I thought that it would be detuned a bit since it only has 5 speeds. So yeah, this has been a good ride. It's been a good ride. Only thing I'm complaining about is the ride quality. It's quite stiff, it's quite bumpy. Again, as I said, I've been comparing it with a direct rival of it, which is the Ford Ranger, and next to us right here, just trying to park, is a 2.8 GD-6, but this one I think it's the 2018 if I'm not mistaken, because the 2020, the one we're driving right now, not the 2022, sorry, but I think it was facelifted, this particular one, because there has been about 3 versions now already. There was this one standing next to us that ranged, I think, from 2016 to 2018. We found another one from 2018 to 2021, and then you've got this latest version right now we are currently driving. Yeah, it's been a good ride, I won't lie. It's a nice vehicle, it's solid, everything feels solid around this vehicle. My only problem is money. It's quite expensive, it's quite expensive. But if you really want one, best believe, just go and buy one. It's a Toyota Hilux. You'll just simply drive it forever. It's a workhorse. It will give you everything that you need from a bakkie. Other than that, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.